Hey everyone, it's Mr. Johnson here, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to navigate Powerschool Unified Classroom from the parent perspective. The way to access this is to go to our school's website, so go to amerisold.edu.pe and simply click on the Quick Links tab and you'll see a drop-down list of features. Now by now you should have already accessed Powerschool and created an account. I think that information was sent out earlier, but I'm just going to sign out and kind of walk you through the process. So you should have been given an access code for your child and also the login credentials for you to create an account. And once you've done that, you will, I'm just going to write this down. And now they've done that, you can sign in. So once you land in this, the first thing you're going to come to is what's called the Unified Classroom Dashboard. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what this looks like. The first thing is that you will see your child's name front and center up at the top. And if you click on this little drop down arrow, you'll see a list of classes. We've created some of these classes just for demonstration purposes today. Along with that, you'll also see a drop down list if you've already created a sub account for another child, other children that you have access to, or other children you have at FDR. So in this case, I just have my Beth demo account for this demonstration, but if you've added multiple children, you can then toggle back and forth and see your child's progress in different divisions or different classes. An important thing to know about Powerschool also is that you can only see one child's account at a time. So I'm just going to demonstrate with Beth's right here, and I'm going to just, for this sake, I'm just going to click on all classes. Now, the first thing to know about Powerschool is there's a lot of things happening here, so I'll just kind of give you a quick snapshot into all these. The first, upcoming assignments. So upcoming assignments are assignments that your child has on the horizon. I can also click right here and view more, so these might be some past assignments. We can see these are dated from before. Another widget below that, you'll see there is what's called these recent assignments, and so with that you'll see a little snapshot of what some of these different assignments were. Some activity feed. These might be some, for example, announcements we see from Daniela Silva sent out to this class of students here. And then finally we have our class overview, which is a list of grades, which right now there's no grades for this listed student, but you'll see grades populate over the course of this semester, so just be kind of mindful of that. And following that, we also see our what's called standard progress. So if your teacher has entered standards within the Powerschool dashboard, you will then see how well your child is making progress towards meeting those standards. I'm going to show you some of the features on the left side navigation bar, namely communication and class pages. So for this, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go to communication, and you'll see there's this what's called activity feed and also this messages. So if there's any activity from your teachers or from your child's courses, you'll see this here. Once you click that specifically on messages, you will see what looks like the ability to message a teacher. In this case, we see there's 3 different teachers that Beth has. This is really an important feature I'd just like to clarify, because teachers do not use this feature here at Clay Roosevelt. Email is preferred method of communication. So messages sent through this portal will only be communicated through Powerschool, and most of our teachers use email, and so if you want to communicate with them, please contact them via email and not this message here. But that is a feature that is there. Another thing is also class pages, and for class pages I'm actually going to toggle back and forth between this mock account and my personal account that I use, because right now there is no class pages for this made-up class. So I'm just going to move over to my personal teacher Powerschool account, and I'll show you what this looks like, because this looks a little bit similar from the parent and the teacher dashboard, which is class pages. And if you click on class pages, what this will bring you to in Powerschool is a huge page that has a syllabus, welcome message, maybe some resources. In the middle school, we supplement Powerschool a lot with Google Classroom, so we use Google Classroom to deliver a lot of the content that we use in our learning process. So you may see some information about how to join Google Classroom, and also some cached Zoom recordings for reference. So if, for example, your child misses a class, they can go and view some of these old Zoom recordings at their leisure. So that's communication and class pages. In this next demonstration, I'm going to show you in depth a little bit more what the progress icon means on the left-hand navigation bar. So if you see there's this little progress bar, so I'm just going to click this, and when I do that, there'll be a couple of drop-down features that you can access: assignments, standards, progress, special programs. And the first one I'm just going to click on is assignments. So as teachers over the course of the semester add assignments into Powerschool, you as a parent will be able to see your child's progress in these. For this case, we only had just kind of a few mock assignments, but you will see your child's score on our 7-point rubric, any teacher comments, and for example, any summaries of that might be informative to you. So that's really, really handy feature that makes learning transparent and easily accessible from home. Another thing I'd also like to show you is what's called the standards progress. So the standards progress will open up another window, and then with that you will see how your child is progressing with standards across their classes. Another great feature with the standards progress is the grades and attendance tab here, and if you click here you will see if your child has been absent or has been tardy throughout the school year or the last week or so. This is really a handy feature, along with their overall sort of learning as kind of an end of the semester or year-long snapshot. So clicking at any one of these will give you some more information about how they're doing in any one of their classes, with specifically assignments or any progress that they're making. So teacher comments, assignment descriptions can be very, very handy for you as a parent to follow your child's learning along and follow along in Powerschool. As part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to access the calendar quick links and also update your account settings and profile to give you email notifications or SMS notifications if you desire. So here, finally, on the left-hand navigation bar, we have calendar. And if you click on calendar, I can see my child Beth's calendar from the day, week, or even like the month schedule to see anything that she has coming up. Another feature that's really handy is the quick links, and I'm not going to click on all these, but once you click on the quick links tab, you'll see a huge list of all sorts of features that you can access. And then ones namely probably want to access as a parent are current grades and attendance, or maybe just attendance history to see if your child has been coming to class on time and hasn't been tardy or anything like that. And also, if you ever want to navigate back to the original landing page in Powerschool, just click on the Powerschool icon right here, and that always brings you back to that. So the last feature that I'm going to show you is your account settings and profile. So once you're logged into Powerschool, if you click on the upper right hand corner where you see your name, there's this profile settings and sign out list, and I'm just going to click on settings here. And once I click on that, there's two gear cogs, and I can click where it says my account. And for here, what you're going to see is you're going to see your username and email from the names that you created the account with. And here is a really handy feature. You as a parent can enter your phone number if you would like to receive SMS messages, if you would like that, from your Powerschool account. Also, once you have that, you will then save changes. And from that, you can also, in the notifications tab at the top here, indicate when you would like, if any, email preferences. Like for example, anytime like a teacher posts a class announcement, you can have a daily digest or have an instant email. You also want maybe to know whether or not your child has any grades that have been published recently, and if you can just select that, you would get those messages. This is all personal preference. Some teachers like to be, or some parents like to be notified immediately if any changes happen. Some parents kind of approach with a little more of a lackadaisical sort of hands-off approach, but throughout the course of the year, depending on how your child is managing distance learning, you may choose to kind of have some of these notifications very high during some parts of the year while they're getting settled, but then as they show a lot more independence, maybe toggle some of these off so you're not constantly bombarded with emails and SMS messages. But once you do that, you can then click Save Changes. Also, if you'd like to get any learning newsletter, you can select that as well. There's a lot of good features here in Powerschool. They do take some time to get to know, but if you have any questions at all, reach out to a member of the innovation team, and we'd be happy to search you out.